what's up? I'm Ellie and welcome back to my channel. So there's this trend kind of going around on BookTube. It's not like necessarily new, but it's newish to be doing it to like weird things. And that is basically to match books to some sort of collection you might have. So it used to be like you would match books to outfits, or you might match books to like Hogwarts houses. I like Natasha did, where she matched them to plants, which I do plan on doing in the future as well. But I thought, since one of the things that I feel like I more specifically am known for is wearing wigs, I thought I would match my books to the wigs that I have, or to find books that go with the wigs that I have. I love using the wigs to kind of play up my style in different videos. I love them for recommendations, doing a little bit of cosplay. I love to cosplay. I don't get a lot of opportunities to cosplay, but I do love it when I can. I love wearing wigs out. It's actually been so much easier for me when I go out and about. I would just throw on a wig because I don't like to deal with this. This is just my everyday hair. This isn't my fancy hair, but I can put on one of my wigs and it just changes my whole look. So I love that. Someone asked me one time why I wear wigs when I have normal hair. I don't know what that means. I don't think my hair is anything close to normal most of the time. It's usually some wonky color. It's dry. It's damaged. I'm trying to save it, and I'm very self-conscious about how my hair looks most of the time. It's pretty thin and it's not cute most of the time. So I love having wigs. I love how versatile it is. They make me feel confident. So I have all my wigs. This is my wig storage currently. Really great, right? I am going to match these. I'm doing this on the fly because I could have planned this out, but I don't feel like it. So let's go ahead and get into this. I do want to start out with my newest wig first, and actually this is the wig that kind of gave me this idea for this. I wore this recently and at least one other one, but I did want to do kind of a mini review for you guys. This is from donalovehair. This is this blue, kind of goes into a really slight ombre at the ends. It's got this really nice wave, curly wave to it, and this is one of two that I have that actually has bangs on it. The bangs are actually really nice. I will say that this is a much thinner wig, which is fine for me because I don't have a lot of hair, but if you have a lot of hair, it might be pretty obvious that you might have like that lump of hair in the back. And the only other thing is that like it's pretty thin, so you can see the weft. This would be really cute to wear a hat with, which I love just wearing any type of hat with my wigs just because it makes it easier to hide the seam. This definitely isn't the most natural looking wig, obviously. It is more of like a cosplay, costume kind of wig. I will say up here, there are some little bits that must have been like cut off or something that kind of stick up when I put it on. But for the most part, I really enjoy this wig. It hasn't really tangled much. It looks pretty good on, and it's true to like what it looked like in the picture. This is just not something that I would probably wear out. With this wig, I feel like the most obvious choice here would be Ramona Blue, because that is about a character who has blue hair. I love Ramona Blue. It is one of my all-time favorite contemporary romances. It is about a girl who identifies as a lesbian but ends up falling for a guy, and it is her kind of trying to come to terms with what that means. And it is so good, and it is based off of an experience that the author herself had. So automatically I go to Ramona Blue for this. That just seems like such a good fit. Okay, next, these are like cheaper wigs that I have, but I love wearing these. These ones are my favorite. I have it in 2 colors because I love these so much. These just have the most beautiful natural kind of wave to them, that effortless wave that I wish I had all the time. Now this is like the salt and pepper version that I have. I wanted one that was more white. It looked more silver in the picture, but these again are my more cheaper ones. But these are my favorite ones to wear just because I feel like they are just, the style of them is so natural. The cut of them is pretty natural to like what my hair looks like. Actually, I have the blonde version. It's kind of like this. This one's my favorite. I wear this one out all the time. It's quite tangly right now because I literally just had it on yesterday, but the only thing I really did was I darkened the roots on these, and I just love these. This actually looks just like my mom's natural hair, aka probably my natural hair. Don't know what my natural hair looks like, which is why I love to wear it. My mom says this is my twin wig because it makes me look just like her. That's the only time we ever look alike is when I wear this wig. So let's see, for the salt and pepper one, I feel like I need to maybe go with something that's like classic for the salt and pepper look, but honestly I think I'm gonna go with, I don't own this book, but it's definitely one that I just feel like fits this so well, and that is City of Girls. So City of Girls is about this woman. She's telling us about like her life when it was back when it was fabulous and stuff, and you get to see her grow as a person, and it's basically, it's very sex positive for its time, but she is an old lady when she is telling us the story, and I could just picture her having like silver fabulous hair like this. So I'm gonna go with that for that one. And then for this one, honestly, I was looking at my books, and I think I would say Sadie. One, this kind of looks like it could be windblown, like on the cover her hair is kind of windblown across her face, and it kind of reminds me of the style of this wig. And also this color looks fabulous with red. Any blonde looks fabulous in red, so I would have to go with Sadie. And Sadie is about this girl who is going to avenge her sister's death. She knows who killed her sister, and so it is a revenge plot. This wig makes me feel so badass when I wear it, so when I think badass, I think Sadie. Moving on, another new one that I got recently. I did a T-spill on this, but I also did my fairy kind of look with this, which just gives me, this gives me such summer vibes. This is such a long, beautiful, I love this color so much. I love this wig. So naturally I want to say the Cruel Prince because it's very fae. That's what comes to mind when I think of this. But I think I'm going to go with Beneath the Sugar Sky. I think that's the right word, which is part of the Wayward Children series. You can read them as standalones, but it does help to read them within the series. But it was probably my favorite because it had a very like Wonderland feel to it. And it's basically they go to like this world of nonsense that's like sweet and sugary, and that's what this makes me think of. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, okay. Also a newer wig, which is, I leave my hair accessories in them so I remember what it looks like last. Newer, more natural looking wigs. Oh, I love this wig. This also has these more natural kind of curl waves. This is a longer one. This is a long girl right here, and this has this really dark root ombre into this like brownish blonde. Auburn. I don't know hair colors that well for being someone who always has a new one. This hair gives me like serious like Mean Girl vibes. Like high school Mean Girl vibes, who always had like this perfectly done hair. It was long and fabulous. So I would probably do How to Break a Boy, which is about a pretty unlikable character. She's known as like a mean girl in her school. She catches her boyfriend and her best friend sleeping together, and so she kind of wants to get her life back on track. And it is kind of about how she ends up doing like, it's kind of a fake relationship trope, I believe, where she starts hanging out with some guy to kind of get her life together and look like she's getting her life together. And of course, you know, things naturally progress. I want to do a reread of that book. I love that book so much. I need to do a reread, but that is what makes me think of that. And then the next one, oh, this is such a fabulous, more hair accessories just already stuck in here, quite literally stuck. This is the one I have the most problems with tangles just because of the texture. It doesn't help that I keep them stored in a bag, obviously. This one is such a like fabulous wig. As you can tell, it gets pretty tangly. The one thing I really love this is that it is a movable part. I love it, but it's got these like teal, you can see there's like green and blue and black hairs in here, but this is one of the most voluminous and just statement wigs that I have, and I love this wig so much. It is heavy to wear, so I don't get to wear it that much, and the cap is just a little too big for me, and you can tell when I have it on I have to use glue when I put this on, otherwise the cap kind of flaps open on me. It does need a good brushing. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. I made you a mess in that bag. But the one I would probably say for this is some sort of mermaid. Like, this gives me some serious mermaid feels. Do I own any mermaid books? Anyway, the one I would probably say is the daughter of the... What's the first one? Daughter of the Pirate King. I do believe that there is talk of mermaids or sirens of this later on within that. And it is about a girl who is taken hostage on this boat, but of course that was her plan all along. And basically they are trying to get this map or something and something, there's a war with the Pirate King. I'm a little iffy on the details. It's been a while, but I really enjoyed it. Really fun. Another one I can think of would be a middle grade series. It is the first one is the Serpent King. I'm pretty sure. Lots of kings going on here. But in the second one, which is Game of Stars, her hair actually turns this color, and you can see on the cover her hair has this color in it, and it's based on Indian mythology, and it is about this girl who thinks she's ordinary and then finds out that she hails from a totally different world where she is a princess, and yeah, she goes to this magical world to fight demons and find her parents. But I love this wig so much. Okay, this next one is just, oh my god, I love this one. I have cut this one to fit. It used to be really, really long, but I cut it to be less long. Well, I missed one hell of a piece there, but it has a darker kind of color underneath, but it's this really beautiful pastel purple. What? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Say hi. Ready? Hi. Hi. Say hi. Oh, hi. Hi. Hi, baby. What are you doing? Did you just wake up? Is that what all this power is from? Did you just wake up? This makes me think of the cover of The Art of Breaking Things, which is one of my favorite purple covers of all time. This was really curly, and I took the curl out of it just because I liked it more. I don't really know what The Art of Breaking Things is truly about. I think it's about, like, I want to say it's about a girl who, something happened to her when she was younger by her mom's ex-boyfriend, but her mom has started to date this guy again. And, you know, it's her coming to terms with what had happened to her in the past. Oh, now we're getting into some of my shorter ones. This one just has so many wig caps shoved in it because of, this is probably one of my most worn out wigs. I just love this. This is this beautiful green. It has this black root into green. This is just one of my absolute favorites to wear. I love this one so much. This makes me think of the cover to Best the Boys, which has that beautiful like green on it. The Gilded Wolves also has this like kind of green on it. Luck and money and wealth would probably be the Gilded Wolves, which is kind of about like these misfits that all come together, and they basically go and steal like these magical artifacts that belong to a specific house. There's like these houses that kind of rule, and it is said that one of our characters belongs like head of that house, and that title has been stripped from him, but it's how they go and collect these artifacts for him to, you know, he makes his bank that way. So I feel like was one of the ones that really you guys might recognize from pretty much all of my winter videos. I love wearing pink for Christmas time. I do like a white and pink theme every year. I just love this one. It was like one of my first ones that really just made me fall in love. It has this just beautiful like soft pink color to it. I love the shortness of it. I feel like the shortness is edgy enough, but this just makes it so soft. And I think for that I'm gonna go with Motor Crush, which is a graphic novel, and it is about this girl who is she races like motorcycles for a living, but she also does it on the side to get this stuff called Motor Crush, which is illegal, and it's supposed to be used for your vehicles, but she needs it to survive. But there is this girl that she's like, they dated at one point, and she's just so cute and soft, but she's also kind of edgy, and I believe that she has pink hair, but the cover of Motor Crush is pink as well. Also, I have this one sitting here, which I was thinking just matches so well. That's What Kind of Girl. This doesn't actually come out till February of next. And then these last, oh no, I still have more over there. This one is one that I don't wear as often because I don't really like the style of it. It doesn't fit my head very well, but that's like this soft gray into like this blue. And you know what? Since I don't like it that much, I think I'm going to pair it with Lady Midnight over here, because it's also got these like grays and blues. So that's the one I'll match with that, because it's just not my fave. And then we have my Pumpkin King one here. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. This one was at the bottom of the bags. That's why it's a mess. But this is a seriously neon orange. I used this for my Starfire costume last year. It's very in your face, kind of deal. I love the soft curls at the bottom. I love the length of it. It's like long without being too long. It is a mess right now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I have not taken care of any of you. I feel like I have to match this with some sort of orange book. Some covers that I feel like this goes well with is like For a Muse of Fire. I think kind of fire when I look at this. Another one would probably be The Martian. I don't really know what For a Muse of Fire is about. I do think it's a fantasy that might have a female romance in it. And then The Martian is about a guy who gets stuck on Mars, which is, you know, quite orange. I think what they call it, the Red Planet. It's orange today. And then the last two kind of look similar, but there are some subtle differences in them. One, I chopped the hell out of. Two, I was cutting it to fit me, and I butchered it. But they do have, I do believe they have the movable parts on them as well. This one I got quite a mess. But this one is like a really subtle kind of grayish, ashy blonde. But it does have some really subtle dark root ombre going on. I love this one. It looks so natural because it was really, really long. It is heavier. It's thicker. I do think this one looks the most like real hair. And I don't know, I just love the look of this. I love anything that's straight because my hair's straight, so it looks a little more natural, I feel like, on me. I have this one, which is kind of the same. It's the same style. It is in braids right now, but this is definitely a more true white than anything. It's definitely more of a white ashy kind of color. It is long and straight, and it's just, it has this really nice natural curl at the ends to the layers and such, but this one is one of my favorites. It doesn't really have, it has a very, very small kind of darkening at the roots, but not too much, so it looks a little more natural. This one I tend to think of like coldness with, like that gray, snowy, white kind of thing. So I would also probably pair this with, oh, what's that? Children of Blood and Bone, because she has that like white hair in it, and that's how it like sets them apart from everyone else. If they have that white hair, it makes them like magical or whatever. So I would probably match it with that, even though I didn't really like that book, but you know, whatever. And this one I just think a very typical white girl, white bitch hair. So you know who this makes me think of? Who would have this hair and it would be magical and beautiful, who is not a basic. Well, she's white, but she's not a basic bitch, and that is Mustang from Red Rising. This is Mustang hair. Oh my god, I can't unsee it now. I love Mustang. She's my favorite. Red Rising is one of my faves, even though I have yet to finish it because I'm lazy, and that is just, she is just fabulous. It is about, it takes place in space, and it is about these planets that have different levels of society, and it's by colors, and basically gold is like the best of the best. Mustang is gold, and red is like the bottom of the barrel, and it's about Darrow, who is taken in, and he is a red, and he is made into a gold, and he is sent into like their training camps in order to infiltrate them, and that's where he meets Mustang, and Mustang is fabulous. That's what you need to know. I think that is all my wigs. Again, I'm missing the black one. Who knows where it went. But if you guys have liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to see future videos from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one. Bye!